What's happening there, YouTube? I'm here at the Dancing Eagle truck stop in New Mexico on my way home. I think it's exit 108. And I took a trip out west this week, or I guess it's going to take me about a week and a half by the time I get home. Well, anyway, made my way to California, Southern California, and reloaded in Ontario, so I'm on my way home. But anyway, a couple weeks ago, I had some truck trouble, and I thought it was going to be a record call, but I was able to get it going and get it over to a dealer and figure out what was wrong with it. But anyway, I've had this truck almost 300,000 miles, and that's happened to me two different times, two different things, but I thought it was going to have to end up in a record call. So the first time was I had a one-box problem with the emission system, and the stop engine light came on and it derated me to 5 miles an hour. Well, I'd watched a mechanic's video. He said if that happens, what you can do is pull your speed sensor out, leave it plugged in, but unbolt it. And what I did is I just zip tied it up to the frame, and that way your truck doesn't know that you're moving. It still knows that it's plugged in, but it just thinks you're still sitting there. So everything will work. It'll rev up. Everything will work except the speedometer. So that really, that should only be used. That was only to get me where I wouldn't have to use a wrecker, and that got me out of a big jam. So that happened almost 200,000 miles ago, and so just the other week I was in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and I was at the Mach 1 truck stop. It's a mile east of the TA and the Freightliner dealer and all that stuff. Well, I get fuel there a lot, and it's kind of nobody ever gets fuel there, so I just normally try to time my 30-minute break with my fueling, and fueled up and pulled up and shut the truck off, went in, did my thing, came back out when my break was over and it wouldn't start. A whole bunch of dash lights were on. The radar detection thing was messed up. I knew it was something electrical. When I turned the key on, you could hear the relays and things hitting, but it wouldn't turn over. Well, I messed with it, took battery cables, tried to reset the computers and all that stuff, and nothing, wouldn't do it. And I thought, I'm going to try it. I doubt it'll work, but I'm going to try to just jump the starter relay. So that's what I did, is I took a long piece of wire from my alternator, the hot side of the alternator, and ran it over to the starter, not the relay, starter solenoid, and it started it. And what it was is, I got this down here. Now this truck's a 2014 Cascadia with a DD15. So I didn't know this actually has 3 different computers or modules, whatever you want to call it. They don't call it ECM anymore. They call it an MCM, motor control module. That's what's bolted onto the block. And on the after treatment system, it's called an ACM. That's an after treatment module. And you have a CPC, common powertrain controller, and that's right here behind you guys. It's right here where the handbrake is, that panel right there. You take 4 bolts out of it, and it's right behind that. Didn't even know I had that. But anyway, I got it fired up, and why it would run is because there was nothing wrong with the MCM. That's what controls the engine. It put it in default mode, where as soon as I got it started, I knew it was running a lot faster than what it should have been. It was on high idle, which I don't know why it's stuck on high idle, but that's default mode when it has no communication from the truck. It'll still run, but it'll just run. This is just what it's going to do. Fan would pulse on and off, and it was on high idle. None of the gauges would work other than the air and the fuel gauge that must be tied into the chassis part of this. So anyway, I got it over there. It was only about a mile away. Pulled it in there and went in the waiting room, and they said, we'll have a mechanic look at it. And anyway, I was Googling, trying to figure it out, and that's what I thought it probably was. I thought, I bet it's that CPC. It's either that CPC or broken wire, because the truck would not communicate with the engine. And that's what it ended up being. It was a bad CPC. And it's not cheap, but it's $1,200 for that. And by the time they did all their deal and everything, which I'm not complaining. I mean, downtime kills you more than maintenance. I never go to shops. I do all my own maintenance. That's the first time I'd been in a shop in 200,000 miles for anything. And it sucks. I need to make a couple more videos because I don't want to get off on a deal here, but if you can control your fuel costs and your maintenance costs, you're going to make it out here. I mean, pretty much if you stay working, because at downtime, that's why I'm going on a long way around this thing. I know the $1,900 suck, but no more trouble than I have. This has been a great truck. I wasn't even mad about it. They had me in and out of there. I was out of there by that night. And so anyway, I'll show you what I did, where the speed sensor is and how I jumped it, and we'll go from there. Show you a little bit of the nice New Mexico scenery. It's nice. When you're not out here for a while, you forget how pretty it is. Anyway, I got this trailer today. This is the one with all the aerodynamic stuff. Oh, before I forget, I see I've got a lot of subscribers here lately. Well, a lot for me. But comment down below what you want to see on this channel. I haven't made a video in a couple months, but I would suspect a lot of it's about fuel mileage. Yeah, so this is 53. I got 5303 and 5302, and this is my one that's got the skirts, and I got it washed. Let me get back here. I got it washed in Barstow. I went through 70 west of Denver, and it was snowing up there on the Loveland, and I've lost my memory's bad when I'm on camera, or maybe at any time. Vail Pass, there you go. Loveland and Vail Pass, it's snowing up there. But yeah, this one's got the flow below. I'll show you real quick just what I've done with this. I'm spread out pretty far because I think I've got a 30,000 pound load. The shipper said it was 10, but it's a lot heavier than 10, I know that. So it's loaded right to the back doors. And so got the whole flow below here, and normally I'm up here, but I'm pretty spread out today. And the reason I did that is because it's a 30,000 pound load, and I mean it's right to the back doors, so I thought I'd bridge the gap. I know I slid my fifth wheel back, so I know I'm good on my steer axle. I know my drives are good, so I suspect this is good. I know it's not a real heavy load, but it's heavier than 10,000. I got the trailer tail. Move my license plate up into here. I got these aero flaps that I trimmed the bottoms and trimmed the corners off. Probably showed you this before, but and then on these I added this panel, so we're only about, normally I'm closer than this, but I have my fifth wheels slid back a little bit. Normally I'm only 8 inches from here. Alright, I changed my mind. I crawled under here. So right here you can see, here's your transmission, here's the yoke where it comes out, and right there is your speed sensor. So you see the little bolt and the little clip holding it in there. Just take that out and wire it up, and then it won't know that it's unplugged, but at the same time it won't know if you're moving. Okay, here we are on the passenger side now, and here's your alternator, and right here is your hot. I just took a wire and wrapped around that, and then just come down in here. Maybe you can see that sun is so bright. I can't see what you see. Oh, there you go. And then right here in this starter solenoid, right in here, it right in there. You can jump it and it'll start. So that's how you do it. Alright, there you go. Just a couple little tips and tricks that maybe can help you out from being hooked to a wrecker. I know that speed sensor, I watched that on a video. A mechanic made that, and I wouldn't even have thought about that. I know it's simple, but you know, when you're panicked about what do I do about this and that, you know, I watched it on somebody else's YouTube channel, so maybe it can help you out too. As I mentioned before, any of you new subscribers that have subscribed, you know, if you have, obviously you like something I put on here. I would guess it's probably fuel mileage or maintenance or anything like that. You know, I do all my own maintenance. I don't think, have I mentioned that? I put a new radiator in this truck around Christmas. I just did some tire work. I put some tires on here, put some new drives, put some new trailers on this trailer, tires on this trailer. Anything maintenance related. I can't think of. I got to put some new airbags on the trailer. Anything you guys want to talk about or see, just mention it down in the comments and let me know. Maybe I'll make a few more videos. I just don't want to bore people, ramble on about stuff they don't want to see. So I thought those two little things might help somebody, so that's why I'm making this one. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.